So here we are.
Hey, everybody.
A week off last week for unforeseen circumstances, right?
Yeah, that's my fault. Internet issues. Sorry, guys.
It wasn't your fault. It was internet issues.
Well,
I think we all get that. I think we all have those from time to time. So nice shirt there, buddy.
I got my green on.
You do?
Yep.
I got mine on too. You want to see it? I bet you don't.
I've been doing projects. I'm pretty sure I got green paint somewhere.
Not me.
Uh-oh. Dave's getting
And I'm Scotch Irish. I just had corned beef and cabbage for supper. And nope, I don't do the green thing. So, anyways.
You can't get no greener than the Hulk, so I put my Hulk shirt on.
That's right.
You're definitely green.
Excuse me, I found a paintbrush here that I was supposed to clean, and I did not. And considering the price of some of these really fine ones, I'm cleaning it while I'm talking to you.
Oh, that's crazy.
So,
Hey, Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy.
Oh. She
Moose
said, hey.
poacher. The moose poacher. Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not feeling too good tonight.
You're not feeling so good? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Nancy. That stinks.
I ain't feeling
She
so
got
hard
no
either.
thirties or something. I don't know.
That stinks. I'm sorry to hear that. All kidding aside, I'm sorry to hear that.
I reckon it's that time of year, in and out, and hot and cold, and right on the border.
Allergy season, baby.
Yeah, you throw the allergies in on top of it.
Y'all do it with blooming.
Anyways,
Prayers.
so we had a crazy couple of weeks since last time we were here. Product reveals, right?
Mm-hmm.
From multiple companies. We had the fan stream that we did we or did we not get a chance to talk about?
Oh, we did.
We did. Okay, so that was the week before. But we definitely got vamps. We got another announcement briefly, not widespread, but apparently on the 30th at WonderCon, there is another Hasbro panel, and they will be announcing quote-unquote Cobra team members, which that's all they teased on that. So that will probably be interesting. So hopefully we'll get you some news on that at some point in time. What else? Seems like there was
Cobra Commander 2, Duke 3,
mm-hmm.
Transformers 4 on the comic book side.
Yep.
Walmart pre-order.
Void
The
Rivals.
Walmart pre-order, yep.
Yeah.
So
Clearance items all over the place.
So what probably would have ended up being a slower week this week will probably be busy enough considering what we didn't get done last week. And you know what? If it's old news to you guys, great. Maybe you have some information that we don't have, and it would be a good time to share it. How's that? It make sense?
60th anniversary figure shipping from Hasbro.
Mm-hmm. I'm very curious to see. I'm very curious to see what the actual response to those has been. I'm just not sure. What do you guys think? They popular? Not so much.
All the reason I got them, kind of build it, add another Joe to the shelf, do a head swap, and all the weapons that come with them.
Mm-hmm. Now we're getting.
Are pleased with them because they're considered troop builders for the classified line. You know, but a lot of people, I've seen people griping because they don't have a number.
Well, they're not the same collection.
Exactly. They are the 40th anniversary?
60th.
60th. Yeah.
60th anniversary, that's right.
Right, yeah. They just happen to be 6-inch figures. They're not classified.
No. Just because they're classified scale and look like classified don't mean they're in the line. Classified line.
Right. That would be like saying.
That's been the biggest gripe I've seen people griping about. But other than that, they look fantastic.
I like
they're
I like the
because
seal.
they're not in there?
They're not numbered.
Oh.
Like the typical classified line is.
They gripe because they were numbered. Now they gripe because they got something that ain't numbered.
They're not reconned.
Hey, at least they know what the number means.
Yeah, there is that, isn't there? For those of you that pay close attention to what goes on our page, you probably got that reference. If you didn't, then you probably ought to stop paying attention to the page. How's that? Um, so yeah, I don't know. Anyways, right? Anyways,
Just like the real people. No, don't take anyone that knows what I'm talking about. Don't take offense. Just like the real folks.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm having a hard time here tonight. I really am, because I've been backed up every time I come down here. I've been either working or I've been backed right up against this desk by that giant display that is no longer behind me after it having. Geez, guys, how long was that thing here? 5 weeks?
At least. Hey, Ken Carden, thanks for watching.
Yes, thanks, sir. So yeah, this is weird. I'm kind of feeling naked here. I don't. That wall is way over there
now.
Yeah, because I didn't put my flag back.
That display looks fantastic, buddy. I promise you, it looks good.
I went down. Well, I was down there with Rick again, and shout out to Rick and Bama Squatching, because he went down and
yeah. I should have got some pictures downloaded of that.
Okay, good. So we'll talk about that later.
Oh, I didn't, but I should have. I wish I would have. We'll talk about that next week, I guess.
Oh, I can send you some pics real quick. Want some?
Well, I got them, but
okay.
I just have to download them.
You know what? Maybe we'll get the man on himself and he can tell us about it. How's that?
Maybe we get the Squatch on.
Get the Squatch on. I was going to do an interview with him, but I didn't realize he hears about as well in that mask as I hear outside of a mask, so it wouldn't have really worked out.
Well, he don't hear very well to begin with, so
yeah, it's not.
Must have been completely deaf.
You could have just asked him some questions and then dubbed over Chewbacca's voice over it. You know?
Yeah, that would have been funny. All right, so let's jump, right. Let's get right into whatever it is we're going to get into tonight. What do you think? What do you got? You got anything, John? You got anything specific?
Yeah. I did finally find me a Shadow Weaver at Five Below.
Oh, nice.
And I couldn't remember if I picked up Manny Facers or not, so I went ahead and picked him up too.
Nice.
I can't remember if I got it. I thought I picked him up a while back, but I can't remember, so I went ahead and got one. And I figured for good measure, I went ahead and got another Sorceress, because for $5, why not?
I need to check my Five Below, see if they made it this way yet.
Yeah, I found those at the one in Jacksonville. I hadn't seen them at any of the other stores.
That is a fantastic sorceress, though.
What's that?
That sorceress is fantastic looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I already had her, but I figured, like I said, for $5, why not?
Almost as good looking as this. Tila sorceress.
Yeah.
I really like this figure. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool, Shane. I really like it too. Hey, Shane, you got one of these?
Yeah, I do.
Morning, Dave. Actually,
Morning,
sitting
Dave.
right next to me. Sitting right there, buddy.
I did add a couple more vampires to my Mythic Legions. And funny you sent me that picture of that one, Dave, because I went down there and got talking to Jonathan Wolf. Because I'd done some trading. I left some stuff with him, and he was going through it. And we finally come to an arrangement. And so I still had a little credit left, and he had these two in the back room. And one of them happened to be that same one, Baron Volagar.
Yes, yep.
Which I finally got all his stuff on him, the fur and the shoulder plates and all that. And he come with two swords. Both long swords. And a shield there. It's pretty neat. If you notice, like right in the center of his chest, it's like a human face.
Sure is.
I think it's supposed to be maybe an image of Leandra, the vampire queen or whatever, which is one of the horsemen in the Horseman series. I think that's kind of because that looks sort of like her, except they don't have the big headdress on the top of it. But he come with a cape and the fur to put on there, and it's pretty cool. This is plastic though. That's odd because usually all cloaks and things are cloth, but they made this one like a rubbery, kind of a rubbery plastic.
Right.
Which it's okay. It works good. But he's kind of like looks like an older vampire.
How can you tell?
Uh,
It looks a little long in the tooth.
He's got age. He's got the scar. The scar on his forehead looks like where he took a sword across the face or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dave, the younger ones have eyeliner.
Yeah. He got more seasoned. I guess you say looks more seasoned.
Seasoned, right?
And the other one he had was that he had put up in the back was Lord Dragul, which is a kind of supposed to be sort of a take on Hordak.
Kinda, yeah, huh?
And of course, he's got a swappable head, vampire head, to go with it, with the like glowing red eyes. Pretty cool there. He's got basically the same shield, and you can stick the shield.
Reject member from Kiss.
Do what?
Somebody mentioned it said look like a reject member from Kiss. I don't know who the user is.
Philip Jones.
But he's got basically the same shield as the other.
Yeah, I've noticed most of the vampires have the same shield.
Yeah. I've noticed a lot of the parts are reused on a lot of the figures. They just painted different in different head sculpts and things, which that's cool. I mean, because that makes them pretty neat. What I like about him, he's got a crossbow, and it's got actually a string.
And it's historically accurate. Look at the trigger on it.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
And it can I guess clip it on his belt, which he come with this, but I still ain't for sure how it's supposed to go on him so he can carry it. But
it can be, you can either put it over his shoulders or just hanging around his waist.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I like him holding it though. And of course, he's got the axe. And then he also come with this.
What is it?
Some type of skull.
Just the top of the skull.
And I tell you, of course, this is supposed to be Hordak, but I tell you what it reminded me of. It kind of reminds me of let's see, I'll take a picture of it here.
Now, is that an actual headpiece that goes on his?
No, I'll show you. I figured out where it goes, but it kind of reminds me of.
You switched pictures.
Why did it do that? It kind of reminds me of Skeletor's ship.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you put it like that.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
That's the first thing I thought of when I saw it. But it actually, it took me a minute, and I finally had to go to the webpage and look. But it actually goes on the axe. And it's got, if you notice, it's got a little hole right at the top of the head, so it goes on.
Isn't that cute?
Just like that.
Oh,
nice.
Cool. Very nice.
So yeah, just a little decoration on his axe there, I guess. I don't know. But so yeah, so my vampires have increased in number. So I'm up to, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vampires now.
Cool.
So
very nice.
There's actually quite a few of them. I got to look, and there's still about 4 or 5 more that I'm gonna have to try to track down over time.
Then you got to get the troops too, the vampire troops.
I got 2 on the way. Whenever
they got a vampire crossbowman, don't they? And then a vampire bowman.
Yeah, they had them on that sale for $26 a piece, so I jumped on that and got me 2 of them.
Cool.
But like I said, waiting on them to ship them. You know, they said it could be up to 5 weeks or so.
They must use DHL too.
It's different, huh?
Yeah.
Different.
I think they were expecting a lot of orders, which some of them did sell out pretty quick. Joe was talking about one elf warrior that sold out real quick.
Elf Sentry Guard went out quick.
Yeah.
And they are showing up on eBay for $125 right now.
Yeah.
And they were $27 during the sale.
Yeah.
So a lot of people went in there and bought them to scalp them out.
I'm interested to see what they're going to have at Toylanta next weekend.
I was just gonna ask if there was any word whatsoever if there's product or anything at any of the shows coming up.
Apparently they're going to be doing a panel at 1:30 Saturday.
Well, the last time we were at Toylanta, you don't remember the Mythic Legion table being there? And they probably had
vaguely, but I didn't pay a lick of attention to it.
And they had thousands of figures there.
Yeah,
they've got also a line called Cosmic Legion, which is more space.
Sci-fi.
Space, there, and it's pretty cool. And then they're also starting something I think called Animal Legion, which the figures are going to be more animal based, like tigers and lions and stuff like that.
I know there's another company that's doing that already too.
Yeah, I was going to say I think that's another company doing the animal ones.
They've also got like things from like Santa Claus and different things like that. And there's one that I really want to get. It's called Wukong the Monkey King. This thing is awesome looking.
The Monkey King.
Yes.
I bet he ain't monkeying around, is he?
If y'all ain't seen it, look it up. That thing is the sculpts, the details is amazing on it.
I think wasn't that one of the supplier appreciation figures that they just announced?
Well, that's the second one they're doing. They've already done one, and they are releasing it again in that retailer appreciation wave, and it is different.
Those will be cha-ching.
They're $49. I think that's what they were.
Yeah, they're regular price. I think they're kind of they're repaints. I think, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what everyone's repaints.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant they were like for retailers specifically, not for sale to the public.
Yeah, it's for retailers to order.
Okay.
I guess it's kind of like the All-Star series that they'll do every now and then.
Yeah.
I guess where they re-release them, but they either deluxe figure, they make it a standard figure, or they do a repaint on it and they release it as an all-star so that suppliers can get them for people who missed the first go around. It's like a second chance, but they make changes to them so it's not the exact same figure, if that makes sense.
Timothy Patterson is on here. Hey Tim, we never get to talk. We never get to talk anymore. I miss talking with Timothy.
Yeah.
What the heck happened?
Yeah.
I guess we got kind of busy. Brett Addington, nice.
He probably had to, like the rest of us, go get a second job and pay for all these GI Joes.
I know. Yep.
It's called the 2024 Retailer Appreciation Wave.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's going to have Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, the Golden Sage edition.
Nice. Boy, that'll sell.
Yeah. They're awesome. The Black Robe figure, Obscure, Mask of the Red Death.
Yeah. That one looks pretty cool.
It's from the Edgar Allan Poe short story of the same name. Ghost of Jacob Marley, the Haunted Blue edition, which everybody knows where Jacob Marley is.
Yep. He was in the Muppet Show, right?
Yeah.
I think Big Bad Toy Store has it up right now for order.
It's the regular one. There's another one. This is a new one coming out. It's more of a bluer color.
Oh yeah, like a blue translucent.
Yeah. And then there's the Mythic Legion's Undead of Vikenfell. It's a skeleton. It's a skeleton warrior.
Okay.
And then the Cosmic Legion's the Shadow Circle figure will be out. And it's it's directly to retailers only. Like we can't go online and buy it from them. It's for retailers only.
Cool, right?
But yeah,
I'm good with that. I really genuinely do appreciate that this whole thing is blown right up. We were talking about it down in Sasquatch the other day. They've had a number of those figures over well, over time, and no one was interested until all of a sudden, I think it was Cody and I were talking, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, everybody and their brother wants them figures all of a sudden. They couldn't get rid of them before, and now everybody wants them. It's strange.
We went through them on the show here about a month and a half ago, and got everybody excited about them.
That's what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. We are definitely trendsetters, aren't we?
I honestly believe it's because of. I mean, the detail on these things are amazing. The packaging is great. I mean, I'll show you this. Let me show you. I mean, it comes the side. It comes in a clamshell. You can see everything. The back of it, you can flip this up and you can pull it out. So if you want to, you can put it back at any given time. It tells you on one side what legion he's in. Like this is the Noble Bear Legion, and then it's got a picture of the person on the side. This is the Romulus packaging, and it's got a story, about him and what he does. I mean, it's just fantastic. Mm-hmm. And then it tells, like on the back, it shows the figures, other figures in the wave that he's in, and then it tells all about it right here. What it's all meant to be. It's fantastic. I mean, and the detail, like this Romulus. I mean, look at you can see look at the shield. I showed you guys this last week when we weren't online, but the writing around the edge of the shield, the helmet, the detail on the helmet alone. And everything is interchangeable. You can, like the shoulder pad here, you can take that shoulder pad off and put him on someone else. And it's the same way with the other one I have, the Deluxe Barbarian, which he's from the same clan. But he is just, the detail is amazing.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think another reason everybody's grabbing them up, the price is increasing on all the other stuff. And if pay a few more dollars, get something like that instead of paying higher price for the other stuff. Mm-hmm. Like G.I. Joe's like $25. They went up $5. I think NECA's fixing to go up.
I just think it's the detail and stuff. Plus, like me and John have been talking, we have no connection to the figures, Yeah. So we can pick and choose if we'd like which ones we get. Yep. As opposed to feeling like we've got to get them all. I've got 2 so far, and I want more. But, I can look through and see which ones I really want. Mm-hmm.
But a collector says, well, my line's going up, this line's staying the same, and you get better or detail, you get better everything in this line. Why not pay a little bit extra? Start that line. And anybody can jump in because you, like you said, there's really no, connection.
Yep.
That's me. If there's one I really, really like, I'll get it if I can. But I'm trying to stick to just certain legions or certain houses.
Yeah.
Like the vampire house and maybe the elves, because I like a lot of the elves. But the elves are really cool too. And you got four good legions and 4 bad legions basically, and so you can kind of mix and match, or But yeah, I mean, you can just get the ones you like and ones you don't care for. Just pass on them. I mean, G.I. Joe, because like I said, I've done G.I. Joe since 1982, so it's hard for me not to want to get all of them. Right. Especially now that they're doing the characters that we grew up with and all that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, the only ones that I even though they're not even part of the classified line, I still want to get the 60th anniversary because they're still G.I. Joe and they're still part of the legacy, So, but I know. Of course, I got my vamp along with, I guess, about everybody else in the group, or most everybody else in the group. So I know Corey's got one and Dave's got one. They're probably going to look at the vamp. So I was just going to talk about Clutch just for a minute, because I really like Clutch. I mean, he looks vintage with the vest, like his typical vest with his sleeves rolled up. But the face sculpt, and I don't have very good lighting in here. I'm gonna have to get a better lighting. But I love the face sculpt. The face sculpt really. If you took the vintage '82 Clutch and translated it into a new sculpt, I think that's pretty dead on.
Yep.
I think they've done a great job on the head sculpt on that one.
I think he needs a little grease on his face.
He's definitely a little he's definitely better looking than Falcon. So, the only thing, of course, different from him compared to the old vintage is of course they got tattoos on both his forearms.
Sure.
Well, what I like about him is the difference between him and Grunt. Grunt's got a complete head swap to get the helmet look. His helmet, he's got two different helmets.
Yeah. And that
It just goes right over his head. That's what I like about him.
See, this is old G.I. Joe right here where the helmets fit on them.
Right.
You didn't pop a head off and put another head on. And this is how I wish they would do it. And that looks good, too. Look at it.
Yeah, it's not oversized or anything.
No. And then, like his regular helmet, just, right on there. Of course, if I can get it on straight, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I like that. I would rather it be like that, where you can just stick it on your head instead of having to pop her head off and put another head on. I guess, once I lost my wrench down inside the vehicle, so I'm going to have to get the screwdriver and take it apart. But, I mean, you got a place there on this side to put the wrench.
Yep.
And while I had him seated in there, I was going to just stick it in that little, what I thought was like a little cup holder thing. And guess what? There's not a bottom to it. It went straight on through. So, don't put it in there. You'll have to take it apart and get it out because it's not coming out. I've shook it. I can't even hear it rattling. This must be lodged in there because when I shake it, I don't even hear it rattling there. So
Don't be a John.
It's in there good. So I was just glad I got it.
I'm just glad you got all the pieces.
Yeah, because at first I thought, I don't know how, and that was the first thing I pulled out was that foot locker, and I set it over on the deep freeze, and I had it over here on the table over on the other side of the room and put it together, and I got to looking, I thought, where's the guns, and where's all the parts to it? And I looked through that box, I looked it over, I looked around, I went and looked in the kitchen, the whole time it was sitting right over, and I never did see it, until finally I was done. Nick, she said, I need to get in the freezer, and I said, well, hold on, let me get the stuff off, and look, there it was. And,
that's too funny.
And it's funny because I called customer service and I was about 12 minutes too late. They close at 2:00 on Saturday, which is 1 our time. And it was like 1:12. And
that's funny.
But
Irvin Hawkins is watching.
What's up, Irvin?
Hello, Irvin.
How you doing,
he does
bro?
have, his pistol too. Because remember the vintage '82 and had the pistol. Of course, it didn't come out, but he had it on his with a strap there that attached to the vest. And
now is that a good old 1911 he's got there?
Nah, 92F.
I got
Yeah, Beretta type.
Yep.
Close.
But,
anyway.
yeah, I think that's about as close as you can get to the vintage.
Yeah.
The vintage look is they're going to get with it, I really like it. I mean, I could have done without the tattoos on the forearms, but they're not a deal breaker for me,
Well, for the modern military, it's certainly not out of character.
Right? Yeah,
it's just not. It's just.
I would, and I get it, and I know Rock and Roll's a surfer and all that, but they just kind of overdid it with the tattoos on him for me. I would have rather them not, maybe one or two, but not both arms, and But I think they'll probably release a retro carded vintage style that hopefully won't be as tattooed up as the more modern take on it. But
well, if you don't like it, I know how you can get it off. Just take you a little bit of nail polish remover and just kind of wipe at it.
Well, I mean, I'll leave it on there. I'm not going to take it off because I want to keep it all. want to keep it original because heaven forbid if I ever try to sell it, somebody might say something about it if it ain't original.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, right.
some people get really, really uptight about that, you know. But yeah, I like it. The shotgun.
I like it.
and all that.
I do. I like Clutch very much. He was one of my favorites, anyways.
Yeah.
I've said this before. My first Joe vehicle, my first Joe period, from the '82 line was Clutch in the Vamp. So,
Well, how'd your shotgun turn out?
Shotgun's fine.
yeah,
I got him
Mine was
holding it
too.
right now.
I've heard people talking about theirs being warped, but mine was fine.
Yeah,
No,
mine's
mine's fine.
fine.
I
And, you know,
opened all of the ones that I got, anyways. Shane's shotgun is definitely warped, but mine is fine.
Dave. I just knew if anybody's would be, it would be mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Out of three of them, only one of them had defective parts, and they were all on that one, not on the other two.
It was, boy, crap luck of the draw there, Shane. Tell you.
We got all those tires, didn't
All four tires are flat. Yeah, oh yeah, it's terrible.
Figures.
Suspension's wore out. Well, that's another thing I like about it. It's got a suspension underneath it.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool.
I really like that the rear view mirrors actually have a reflection and all. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know? But I know you guys. I'll let you guys talk about the Vamp. I just wanted to show Clutch off because I really like the figure. I think it looks like the Vinny. I can't wait to get Steeler. I know they're gonna have to do a Steeler. They got to do a Steeler.
Somehow, some way, we're gonna end up with a Steeler.
Yeah. And to me, it was always like it was like Breaker, Clutch, and Steeler. Like, they were like the three amigos, you know. In the comic, they hung out, you know, a lot. You know, there in the first several issues, they were, you know, kind of buddied up and all, you know, and but yeah, I just always, and I think those were the three that in the alternate. Remember when in the cartoon when they went to the alternate world where Steeler and the Baroness was a couple. I think wasn't that Breaker and Clutch was the other two that stayed behind with Steeler. I think it was those three in the cartoon. Yeah.
I think so. If I remember right, yeah.
Yeah.
They all three were dead in that world.
Right.
And of course, then the Saw Viper killed Breaker later on in the comic, which I hated him. I don't know how the good old Southern boy had to be the one to get killed out of it.
He got quite a few of them that day. So
yeah.
Yeah. We like the Saw Viper.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, what do you got, Shane? Anything going on the past 2 weeks?
I got a ton of stuff. Pretty good. I'm just going to show you what I got from Target for a really good prices. I had a bunch of stuff clearance out. I picked this up. Copperhead, Python Patrol. It was $14.99. Got a Cobra Officer, Python Patrol, which you know everybody says that's not the officer, that's the trooper, but the box says officer. And I got a Trouble Bubble, Python Patrol. And it was $25, so
wow,
I couldn't on that. But I got all that this week, and paid $50 with shipping for all this. So
nice.
That was a pretty good deal on all that. Got the numbers on the side. This little code right here, you can scan it and it'll tell you what all he specializes in. And you don't get no offers with it.
No, they're not flag points.
And then last week I got a bunch of the new multiverse, Master of the Universe stuff. I got Trap Jaw, which of course I showed Sorceress to it earlier. I wish they would have made this Trap Jaw before they made the other Trap Jaw. because this thing is beautiful. So the colors is just standing on it. And then I got this Man at Arms, which he is really nice looking. It comes with a second head also. That way you can flip it around and turn it into a Royal Guard. Change heads and make a Royal Guard out of it. And I just noticed this the other day, but looks like his maul turns into a chain maul.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty cool. And then, of course, I got the new Skeletor from the motherboard. She turns him into the new Skeletor. I guess they called him King Skeletor or whatever because he's got a little crown. But that's pretty much all I got. That was a 3 weeks process. So I'm like John. I'm on these Mythic Legions now. They're just really well done for me. And I've always been a medieval kind of guy, you know. So I've always loved that era. And come back and we have nobody here.
Bathroom break.
Yeah, I really do. I really like these. I heard horror stories about these Mythic Legions. And let me go back so every one of them comes with this little piece of paper that tells you joints on Mythic Legion figures can become tight after production. When posing Mythic Legion figures for the first time, especially during cold weather, it's recommended that heat in the form of warm air from a hairdryer or warm water be used on tight joints in order to loosen the joint slightly before posing. Gently rock the joint forwards and backwards, clockwise or counterclockwise based on the type of joint until the joint moves freely. Failure to do so could result in irreparable joint breakage. Now, people I heard saying, I don't want to have to give my figure a bath. I don't want to have to do this. I don't want to have to. People are doing it with G.I. Joes now anyway. So what does it matter?
Yeah, but
it only takes a second with a hairdryer.
Well, see, this is the thing. I mean, so when we got our second version V2 Fireflies, the gripe was they're too loose.
Right.
Now you get these figures because of the way they're sculpted and the detail that's involved and everything else. You get these figures with a legitimate warning in the package that all you have to do is X, right? Add a little heat.
Yep.
And you won't have any problems. That's a problem too. Yeah, we got to lighten up here because I get it. We're spending a lot of money here, but that's a pretty minor inconvenience. Now, if the figures are breaking, that's an actual legitimate quality control issue, not tight joints because they're brand new. I mean, good Lord.
I've only got 2 so far, and I got these off a page called Ballers, Ballerz. I've invited a few of the guys to the page. It's a pretty good page. If you want to check it out, check it out. But I got these, and I've had no problems with either one of these joints. Every one of them was loose. Every one of them was just right. They were tight, but they weren't like breakable tight.
Right.
I'm thinking it's more or less the smaller figures you get, like maybe the skeletons or the female versions of them, that the joints are going to be extremely tight because they're smaller, maybe. And
well, they did say this newest wave, the Poxus wave, is more apt to breakage because of it. I think it may do with differences.
In my personal opinion, they can get over it because I always heat up all my figures before I start posing. I don't know what they're.
I have not heated this figure at all, and you can see. Let me take the shield out so I don't have to. But his arm moves just fine. His hand moves just fine. There's nothing, and I didn't boil this figure. And what I like about these is their hands do this, pretty easily too. With some of the G.I. Joes, I mean, it's terrible trying to move their ankles.
Yep.
Terrible. But it happens. These things get molded hot.
Hmm.
And if you know anything about molding anything or doing anything hot, when it cools down, it tightens up. It's just what happens. And like I said earlier, all these, you can interchange everything on these guys. From their heads to their shoulder pads, their waist. You can pop them loose at the waist. You can change their, I guess you'd call it kilt, maybe, type of stuff. You can move it around to anybody you want to. So, you can make your own character, make them look however you want. And to me, it's amazing. They're great. The details, the attention to details is great. I mean, I'm really digging them right now.
Jonathan Wolf is watching now. Hey, Jonathan.
So,
shoot us a comment. You had any complaints, comments, issues with any of the Mythic Legion stuff that you're selling as far as broken joints, quality control issues, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm just digging them.
I got to tell you, just because, and to be fair, just because a retailer may or may not get complaints about quality control issues, still doesn't make them legitimate. Nice halyard on clutching his halyard.
Yeah, how about that? Clutch is clutching a hilt.
Yep, that's right.
Like I said, I always hit mine with a hair dryer. I don't care if they're McFarlane, Marvel, G.I. Joe, Mythic Legions. Don't matter what it is. I always hit them with a hair dryer right off the bat.
He's knighting. I dubbed these Cersei's a lot.
You found that thing again, Nancy? I thought we talked about that.
I've seen people complain about, you can, like on some Joes, you can pick up the arm on them and put something in it and it falls down.
Sure.
These guys, they're tighter, but they don't fall down. And I ain't got a complaint one about them. They look great.
These two went riding yesterday, but he had to because the window on the vamp, you can let the window down, the windshield down, but they had to ride with it up because he kept getting something in his eye.
I'm just have to get rid of John.
All that dust and bugs. And stuff. He had to make sure to have the windshield up so it didn't get.
All right. Bye, Corey. Bye, John.
Yeah, so stop it.
I have magic buttons.
Kenneth Lawson, thanks for watching.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy them.
I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not.
All right, Shiny. I'll put him back in the box.
There you go.
What are you just not going to do?
Bite off another line. I'm just not going to do the Mythic Legion stuff. I'm going to get the moose eventually, and I'm going to get that bear when it's dropped. But
you didn't trade him out of that moose the other day?
Oh, that sucker was gone.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yep, gonzo. Oh. Yep. He warned me. He said, "Boy, if you're going to jump, you better jump because there's people eyeing that thing." And so I kind of, did what I always do. It's like, yeah, right. And then, yep, sure enough.
No, do a moose head count. Make sure you got at least just one moose. Do a head count.
Yeah, I don't have one. Nancy's got one.
Do a head count. They make them two in the house.
I mean, to tell you the truth, they're still readily available. Then the price hasn't gone nuts on them. So,
no,
Amy was informing me that I do not need a moose. So, anyways, we'll see. I said I'm probably going to buy one anyways, and she said you do not need a moose. So we'll see how that works out.
Well, I mean, you're from Maine, so
you
need a moose.
That's right. I do. I need a moose. Absolutely need a moose.
All right, we lost Dave.
Nah, I'm right here.
He's psycho. He's going psycho pirate.
He's still here.
I'm still here. I had to move, and I didn't want to do it on camera.
Some reason take my picture down, my Alf picture. I don't know if I have to put it back up on there or not.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah.
What do you got this week? If you want to do the vamp, do it.
Oh, I ain't gonna do the vamp. I was gonna let somebody else do it because I figured one day I was gonna do it. Last week I picked up steel here. Shane's got some pictures, I think.
Picked
up steel last week.
I don't have your pictures are still.
Okay, well, I got him up. Yesterday, I picked up, you saw the ones from yesterday. I picked up Jean Grey and the Goblin Queen.
Hang on, let me get you pictures from last week. You can talk about them.
Okay. I can't remember what I got. Like, oh, yeah. Never mind. Picked up, Bride of Frankenstein. Oh, you still like, what we got here? Yeah, that was one I just took there.
Now, why do these clowns have the Ark of the Covenant? That doesn't seem quite right to me.
They're evil. They like stealing stuff, man.
Yeah,
But I got Bride of Frankenstein. She finished up that first wave. I know there's a picture of her in there somewhere. There's Frank. I think there's another picture.
For those of you that don't know, you not necessarily Bible scholars, I want you to think about that. Go to the Frankenstein one. I want you to think about this. Now, according to Scripture, you touch that box, you drop dead. Right? Now,
technically,
these guys
are dead.
If these two touch that Ark of the Covenant, do they drop deader, or drop dead again, or what's the deal with that?
Maybe that's how they got it. Well,
maybe
apparently
I
didn't see
one and then they drop dead.
I didn't see anyone with Bride of Frankenstein. I got her here close though.
We got her head.
Anyway, yeah, I got Doc Ock on sale at Target for I think like half off. Just has hit the shelves up here. That is a great figure. I love his tentacles. They should put it on the vintage one. His tentacles they're posable and they've got bendy wires in them. And you can stand him up on them. So, what else we got next on here?
Just 1 second. I'll find the other one.
I can't remember all what's been coming. Actually, been a rush here lately. It was dry for the first few months.
Yeah. Let me get this other one pulled up. Be just a second.
Something I'm going to ask Dave about one of these figures. Okay, there's the Goblin Queen. I picked her up yesterday from Shane's, giving me a shout out about where he thought there may be some.
Okay, what's the deal with the baby? What's the deal with the baby?
I don't know, man. There she's just there.
Well, you see when a Goblin Queen and a Goblin meet and they fall in love. Do I need to keep going?
Please do. Yes, John, you do. Yes, you actually do need to keep going. Please do.
I actually think the baby may be Cable. And that's my diorama I'm coming in the middle of the building.
It can't be Cable because Cable's standing next to her.
Hey, time dilation, man. Time dilation.
Oh, jeez.
Plus, the baby's got two good eyes.
That is such a strange accessory. It's got something to do with something. I don't.
Yeah,
well, I know she's in the comic book. She's his mother. And there's the Jean Grey I got. I like her better than that Lovers Triangle 3-pack. I got Wolverine there and Cyclops. I like that one right there better. Her legs are way better as far as standing up. Yeah. She's trying to connect with the baby.
Poor baby.
Through her mentalness.
Her mentalness, yeah.
I just wish the Goblin Queen wasn't so pink. I wish she was more flesh tone.
I did say, but I don't know. Maybe it's because it's from the animated series.
Well, maybe. so is Jean Grey, and they're supposed to be. She's a
clone
of Jean Grey.
Her hair is awful red, though, man.
Wait a minute. So she's a clone of Jean Grey and Cable's mother?
Yeah.
Wow. X-Men
and Scott's his daddy. Cyclops is his daddy.
X-Men are weird.
Mm-hmm. You don't even want to go into Mystique's family. They can't figure out how Rogue and Nightcrawler are brother and sister.
Oh, jeez. No, I don't need that. You see, when a mutant man and a mutant woman meet,
Lord mercy.
There's time travel involved.
Yeah.
You got Wolverine. He's like 150. He's fathered about half of them. And the other things I got, here's this Bride of Frankenstein. There.
cool.
Yeah. And one more I got. I've got these on clearance at Walmart for $2.50 a piece.
Cool.
Little Nitro Circus deals.
And they are not 1/12 scale.
No, they are not. They say they are, but they are not.
No.
And for a broken PlayStation 5 controller that quit working and $1.25, I got him from GameStop.
Cool.
And I want to ask you something,
Sure.
Dave. Why does he have a trigger finger and no guns?
Because
There's this surgery he's got to have
yeah, exactly. He's got that.
to fix the trigger finger issue he's got.
Well, and on the box, it's got him with a trident. He didn't even come with a trident.
No, I'm not surprised. These were movie figures.
He steals the trident from Aquaman, don't you know?
That's true.
Yeah,
He's an evil thief.
McFarlane made some decisions to appease certain retailers and guns and action figures.
And other than that, I'm happy with him. He's an awesome looking figure.
Yeah, I'm happy with mine. Legion of Doom, classic Legion of Doom. You've got to have a Black Manta. It's a good figure. So, and I put.
And we got the Byant. I got the Byant like everybody's got, and Monday I have the 80th anniversary figures. I heard some people are actually getting the Televiper and Quick Kick now.
Yeah, I've heard something about the Airborne is floating around somewhere too, and somebody said that the Big Bad was sending out their warning letters on the retro cards. So I think we're just going to be, as far as the Joe stuff goes, it's going to be another one of those deals where everything's going to come in early, except for our HasLabs. That's my opinion. But if you, I had this discussion with Seth down at Sasquatch. I don't know how your vamps were packaged for shipping, but I have to tell you, mine were absolutely ridiculous. They came in a huge box with one of the little shredded cardboard type packing material that they've been including.
Yep.
One sheet of that just kind of tossed in there. It's an absolute miracle that these things even survived the trip, because the box was easily twice as big as what it needed to be. And it was almost completely torn open on the top and about a third of the way torn open on the bottom. So Hasbro has decided to really, really cut corners as far as their packing goes. So that's something we need to keep an eye on. If that situation doesn't improve and a bunch of people end up with irreplaceably damaged HasLab Dragonflies, that's not going to go over big.
Well, you notice the HasLabs, they always do extra packing on them.
Because they can't replace them, right?
Yeah.
Well,
They're not.
Well, mine was inside a plastic bag due to rain, but mine was packed just like Dave's.
Yeah, and
Mine was too. I had a
too.
box this big, and just one thing of that shredded paper stuff wrapped around it.
Yep, the box that mine came in were easily. You could have doubled the order inside that box easily. And
you got some wraparound? Mine was just thrown in the bottom.
Mine was actually wrapped around the box.
Yeah. No, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Luckily, the only one that took any damage whatsoever was Shane's. It's just, it's really sucked. It's really a shame. Actually, I opened the worst box.
It happens.
I opened the worst box because that just made sense.
Usually I don't keep my packaging, but these 80th anniversary comes in, there better not be nothing wrong with packaging.
Hey,
I'm
look,
gonna
son,
say
you keep saying 80th. It's 60th. Don't make us any
60th,
older than we
whatever.
already are. Because
Shane says 40. I say 80. We'll meet in the middle and say 60.
Brad Payne. Hey, Brad.
What's up, Brad?
You know what?
Is it,
You
is
guys,
it, is it
you guys,
McFarland?
you guys really want to talk about this thing? I mean, seriously,
I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
it's terribly flawed. It's actually kind of junky. I'm sure everybody's talking about him already. That's how this kind of goes. I'll just say this. John did his review of Clutch, and I couldn't agree more. I love this thing. This is I really do. I think it's awesome. There is independent suspension on all four corners. There's a ton of accessories. It's sturdy. This sucker is sturdy. Do I have any complaints? I don't like the way the lights fit on the top of the roll bar because they are definitely rolled back. But that genuinely is my only real complaint. The ammo boxes, like John said, they really don't like to stay well on that tray where they're sitting. Let me rock her around here. You guys go to put yours together if you're openers. It's going to show your ammo cans sitting on the top of the deck lid of the vamp itself. They don't go there. They go in that shelf right there, but they don't stay real great. So that's a pretty minor thing.
I've heard people complaining because the guns come off so easily when you spin them around.
Well, the whole turret does pop off pretty easily, but I got to tell you that's a minor complaint. Yeah. The only other thing I don't really like, and Emmeett pointed this out, is the winch in the front can get a little hard to get going, if that makes any sense. But I told you guys earlier, honestly, this is pure nostalgia for me because I remember. Well, I'll tell you. We got the time. We were growing up. We were very, very poor until, believe it or not, until a couple of years after my parents finally gave it up and got divorced. And my father came off the road because he was an over-the-road truck driver forever. He took a job. He took a job at the shipyard in Bath, Maine, and ended up operating cranes. And all of a sudden was making a really good living. So one of the weekends that he actually came to get me, he had it wasn't new, but it was new to him. He had a new motorcycle. So he decided that, he said, well, let's go for a ride. Now we'll go wherever you want to go. And it was 1982. And I said, let's go to Toys R Us. Toys R Us was a little bit of a ride, and he was happy with that because it was a good ride. So I jumped on the back of his bike, and we took off and headed for Toys R Us. And when we got to Toys R Us, there was a vamp, the original vamp, and a clutch sitting there. And he told me that I could get something, which was a real rarity in my world. I mean, honestly, we got things for our birthday or we got things for Christmas, but we didn't just get things. And I think you guys are the same way, right? I mean, we just didn't get things like that. And I got a vamp and I got clutch, and that was my first OG Joe. Was clutch and a vamp. So this thing just yells nostalgia. I love it. I honestly do, for a multitude of reasons. And I know we've talked a lot in the last few days, the last few weeks about kind of being a little stagnant with the line and kind of losing our enthusiasm and like that. And I have to tell you guys, this right now this right now is, and trust me, I was griping big time about these suckers being 2 months early. But this actually helped my enthusiasm with the line a lot. It really did. So maybe that was a big money grab on Hasbro's part. Maybe it was marketing to try to revitalize the line a little bit post Christmas, whatever. But this is cool. I very much so like the vamp. I really do. I can't wait for the MMS to stick on the back of it, which I suspect will be this fall sometime. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. How's that? So, and I know. Go ahead.
I love the windshield on it.
Yeah.
The bluing of the windshield.
Yep.
It's really amazing.
Yep, it is. And of course, it tips down. I'm not going to give you guys. You guys have seen it 100 times already. I guarantee you. And we're not big on unboxing things. We just likes to show you what we got and stuff like that. But this one deserves. I think this one deserves some serious recognition. This is cool. Emmeett was very funny because when we first got it out of the box. Oh, it's that.
He's a beaut, Clark.
Yeah, he was going. Well, Bob, I'm underwhelmed. I said, "You're underwhelmed with what?" I'm underwhelmed with this. I don't think it's $100 toy. And the more he got messing with it, and the more parts he started digging out and sticking on it and everything else, he said, I changed my mind. This thing is awesome. And it's just, yeah, it is awesome. It's very cool. I am a little intrigued. We had hey, Christopher Kitchens watching. We had one of our guys in our group comment on, and he left us hanging last I checked, on he had discovered where to put the M4 Benelli shotgun and that wrench that is on Clutch's belt right now. Apparently he found someplace to put them. But he didn't. Last I had checked, he hadn't responded. Have you guys seen anything on that?
I hadn't. No.
I mean, I got that Benelli. I've got it stuck between the seat and the center console. And the wrench is on his belt, but I didn't stick it in the cubby that doesn't exist there behind the shifter, John. I don't know if anybody told you this or not, but that's actually a hole. Not a holder. Maybe your little buddy. Maybe if you'd had your little buddy there helping you, he would have been able to see that was an actual hole and not a holder.
Ooh. He said the see.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm not getting comments on the screen. And Brad Payne commented, "The vamp is incredible."
Yeah.
Our comments did die, didn't they? They died quite a long time ago.
Yep.
Oh, that stinks. Hey, Brad.
The only problem I have with the lights on mine, I had one, it just wouldn't go in, and I took a hair dryer to them because I was afraid I might break them.
Sure. I love the thing. I really genuinely do. Like I said, for the nostalgia of it, I really appreciate it. And you know what? It is kind of revitalizing for me as far as the whole line in general goes, because I was getting pretty tired.
Yeah.
Digital renders and just getting literally bombarded with product kind of took a toll. But now I'm much happier now.
We're getting comments back.
Yeah, finally got back. Christopher Kitchens. And he got his yesterday.
Very cool.
What's your take on it, Chris?
Yeah, what do you got? What's your thoughts on it, Chris?
Welcome to the show, Eric Cram. Thanks for watching.
Mr. Cram, what's happening?
Anybody in the comments know where to put the shotgun, let us know.
Well, yeah, there was a post.
In his hand, man. In his hand.
in his hand. Yeah.
I think the sticky pack just kind of stuck it behind the behind his head and like in the back windshield part area.
What you're going to have to do is get you a Dremel and Dremel you out a gun rack to hang on the back window.
Not a bad idea.
Old school, baby. Old school.
Hey, I know where I can buy a gun rack. I know where I can buy a gun rack to fit that over at Hobby Lobby in the doll section, or the dollhouse section.
You've been shopping in the dollhouse section.
I don't hang around in those places.
Well,
Hey, you get a lot of good prop stuff over.
I know. Emmett's got one of my NECA Kong figures around here with a big donut in his hand because he found Coke bottles and donuts in the dollhouse section. So I've got a King Kong here somewhere with a donut in his hand. It actually looks pretty funny. Oh, what the heck, man? One of the guys in the group made a comment about it took him forever to figure out. Sean Stinson. I spent forever trying to figure out where to store the shotgun and wrench. Finally figured it out. Have you? ? No further comments.
When I get mine, I'll let you know.
No.
Well, if I had my wrench, I'd put it there, and the shotgun's in his hand, so I got a place to store them. So.
That's right. That's right. But I mean, it's like I have to be honest with you. I haven't spent a bunch of time trying to figure it
I
out.
tell you what, another feature I like with this thing, the side mirrors actually got reflective stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Like the mirrors got reflective mirrors.
Yeah,
Even the rear view.
We had a member post some pictures he took of it, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
See if I can find that real quick here.
Very, very cool. No, I'm happy with it. Like I said, you guys have probably seen 1,000,001 reviews about it, but I'm very happy.
Give him a shout out. It was Alex Jeffries. He posted some really good pictures.
There you go.
He got one that was real good shot of the mirror, and you can see Clutch's face in the mirror. So it's really, really good.
That's cool.
Well, I done a lot of detail work with the gauges and everything. The gear shifter actually shifts too.
Christopher Kitchen says he hasn't opened his yet in the middle of his work week. He'll be off Tuesday, and he'll be able to give it a proper attention.
Cool.
Wait, let us know your opinion, Chris.
Yep. So yeah, I mean it's the Vamp, right? I mean it's the Vamp. This is it's just super cool. It's got.
What do y'all?
Go ahead.
What do y'all think about people comparing this to the thing from Valiverse?
Then it's apples and oranges.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's apples and oranges. The Valiverse stuff is based on those Toyota high cruisers or whatever they're called that are all over the place in the Middle East. This is the Vamp. This is the two different things. And I hate to say this, if you can't appreciate that fact, then you should collect one or the other of the lines. You shouldn't be crossing them because they're two different things.
Exactly right.
Well, I like both lines, but if I had to pick one, it'd be the Vamp.
Yeah, it's the Vamp. We collect classified because of this nostalgia of it.
Exactly.
And they nailed it. They nailed it. It's not.
Once again, Valiverse is just like Mythic Legions for me. If I was to collect something, it wouldn't be everything because I have no connection to a lot of those things.
Right.
It's just it'd be the things that I liked.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure my interest in it would die pretty quickly as soon as they started releasing more.
Oh, John, what you doing there, buddy?
Get my wrench. This thing's got enough screws in it. I'll tell you that right now. It ain't coming apart.
Oh, last night I took apart one of them that WWE slamming rig. I took it apart to do some do some customization. Man, I thought 1,500 screws later, I finally got the winch and everything off the back of it.
I got all the screws out, and it's like it won't even try to come apart. So I don't know. I may not ever get that wrench back.
Timothy Patterson says the Vamp to me has more bang for your buck.
Yeah, it's just a vamp, man. I don't,
It's nostalgic. It's just awesome for us old guys. We can appreciate it.
Do you know? I mean, seriously, and I don't know as I'd say millions, but it was probably pretty close. You think about it, 1982 and 1983, how many tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of little boys in the United States of America had vamps?
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, they're apples and oranges. It's just apples and oranges.
For me, less is more.
Well,
that makes any sense. Less is more.
Christopher Kitchens, he says, I'm hoping for the Vamp MK2. He liked it better. It was awesome also.
Yeah. Yep.
And I
mean,
very little repeat.
There was so many different, things used for that body. We'll be getting plenty of them, I guarantee.
Oh yeah. There's no doubt about that. And those will be something you'll find at retail, I believe. Now, if things were normal economically, I would say, then you might be able to see maybe a price drop with them reusing the mold more and more and more. I don't think that works that way anymore. So
right, Chris.
If they keep them in the $100 range, they'll sell them. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to get we're going to get a Stinger. It's going to come with a driver.
Yep.
The MK2 come with a brown version of clutch, correct?
Yep.
I mean, our tan version. You're going to get it.
Yeah, but you know what? You give us a Mach 2, a Vamp Mach 2, you could give us Steeler.
Exactly.
Without having to, come up with a HasLab Mobat that would be terrible expensive and wait for 6 years to get.
You got it.
Good job, buddy.
I'm going to ask a stupid question. Tiger Force ever have a Vamp?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. You're going to get one of them now.
It was the Mach 2, wasn't it, John?
Yeah.
Hey, John, turn your mic on.
Turn your mic on, John.
Now try again.
I said that you might get at retail through Target.
Yes.
Since the Tiger Force was Target exclusive.
Right.
And it didn't come with a driver, so.
Right, it didn't.
Maybe none of the Python Patrol or Tiger Force come with drivers.
Yep.
They'll probably do more like maybe Stalker or one of those that they done later on in like the 2000, the Joe versus Cobra. They done Tiger Force. And they'll probably do one of those and put with it, I bet.
Yeah.
Christopher Kitchen says he'll take that Mobat.
I would too. Yeah. I would too.
Definitely want a Mobat.
Yep.
Well, unfortunately, I think this year's HasLab is going to be the Rattler.
Oh,
that's the rumor.
That's been the rumor for months, and it's probably accurate at this point. Hey, you got the pictures from last week?
Yes, sir.
Let's do those real quick, and then we can ramble on about whatever we want with the time that's left. I'm going to kind of steer back to Mr. Todd, Mr. McFarlane. There you go. There's your required for the week. Build a figure wave, Plastic Man. It is a JLA wave. I have to be honest with you. I know next to nothing about this figure. Is he actually, wire cord and rubber? What the deal is? Interchangeable head, neck, and arms, as you can see. It's Plas. I mean, it's cool Plas too. Like Grant Morrison 1990s Plastic Man with Justice League run, which is awesome. And there was no big price increase with these figures. So
that left arm looks the same as this left arm.
It does, yes.
But the right arm is definitely different.
Yes. Yep.
Legs are the same, I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
Still looks good.
It's Elo O'Brien. I mean, it's Mr. Plastic Man. He hasn't changed since, forever. So And for those of you that didn't read that run way back when, you discover that Plastic Man is actually one of the most powerful beings in the DC universe, which really turns out it's really interesting what they did with him in that storyline. Check it out. At some point in time, you find out that he's actually ancient, and because of an event that happens and some, as Corey put, what was it? Time displacement, time something.
Time displacement.
Yeah. So there you go. I like this figure very much. It's classic Plastic Man. So
yes, it looks really good.
Yeah.
I've been watching the cartoons.
Yes.
And, it's pretty awesome.
Yep. So there's pictures here too of the 4 figures, the rest of the figures that make up this wave, which is I'll go ahead and click them over. John Stewart Green Lantern, which is actually, I like this one better than the one we got before. They have definitely decided to do more classic Green Arrows. Green Arrows. Green Lanterns, which is very cool. So he comes with a piece.
There's a ton of these Green Lantern folks, aren't there?
There's still at least 3 other Green Lanterns that they could do that they haven't done yet in any just from Earth.
Right.
We got the Kyle and Kilowog Amazon set that still has not sold out, by the way. So, but yeah.
Okay.
And then screenshots. Let's do Aquaman, Hook Hand Aquaman. Definitely from the 90s, but that is one of the ones in the Build-A-Figure wave, which is Plastic Man. This was the red and the blue Superman from that time area where his powers went wonky. And my guess is somewhere along the way there's going to be a red variant to this, but nothing set.
I thought it might have been some kind of ice Superman or something.
No, his powers went from solar base to electrical base. I can't remember the exact details, and then he ended up being split in 2. So there was a red one and a blue one, but they looked identical.
There's a red one. You can lay dollars to dimes. Target will have an exclusive.
Yeah, there's some kind of variant. There's a red variant somewhere. This was the all black Batman that was around for a short time in the comics, honestly.
How many versions of Batman is there? Good Lord.
Well, quite a few, but a lot of what McFarlane's doing is basing his Batmans on different artists' renditions. So this one was his suit was black, but it was the same old Bruce Wayne.
That's like in the last month, that's probably what, 7, 8 Batmans we've got? And Supermans?
Well, they sell. That's everybody wants to complain about it, but the fact of the matter is
I ain't complaining. I just don't know nothing about them.
It's just a lot, because let's face it, DC Comics is the house that Batman built, and that's what people want. The guys gripe and complain all the time, but if you're going to sell these toys at retail, you have to have Batman and Superman, because that's what sells.
Right.
Shane's like me with Hulk Hogan and Batman too. If I see it, I got to buy it.
No, that's it.
Like that Catcher in the Rye, got to buy it.
I just know the old Batman and the new Batman.
Jared Humphreys. Nancy's watching again. Feel better, Nancy. Would you please?
This is funny. This is a funny one right here.
That's right. That's right.
Versus
But
I got a question. Is there more Batman than are genders?
No, there's more genders. This
I
is.
think there's more Batman.
This is Walmart exclusive. Another one of the DC versus Vampires figures, which is Nightwing, which is one that everybody definitely wants. And if you check out that hand, check out that right hand.
He's holding my heart.
It looks very much so like they are getting more in line with the actual storyline versus just the title. This isn't actually a cool looking figure. This one will be cool.
I've recently seen the Vampire Robins at Walmart up here.
Yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. I think they overproduce those. This Nightwing one will sell.
They're on
fast.
clearance too. Some Walmart.
Yeah. Well, the Toy Biz figure took after. I tell you, in the Bat books, it was very, very short lived. They did an all black cover for Batman. I can't remember the issue number where he changed his uniform to all black, and the Toy Biz figure was like that. But it didn't last long, and I have to be honest with you. I think they had a very hard time printing the comic with an all black Batman. Most of everything takes place at night, and I think it was a nightmare for them to try to actually produce a comic book with an all black character.
His mask looks like.
Did that
weird
costume come
on
out before or after the Michael Keaton movie?
Oh no, it was after.
So the Michael Keaton movie inspired that.
I think so.
Comic,
yes, right? I think that's probably accurate. Yes. Yeah, but it's hard to tell because, to tell you the honest truth, there had been so many bat suits over the years. I mean, there was back in the 50s, especially, there was a bat suit for everything. There was pink ones and green ones and rainbow ones, and so yeah, it's. But I don't know. This wasn't a hugely popular bat version, but that's what it was in that particular storyline, if I remember right, with the Plastic Man. So that's what they did.
Don't y'all feel bad for Alfred? Had to wash all them things?
Yeah, no.
I'm sure Alfred got paid plenty of money.
Yeah. Next, let's see. This is a Flash. This is a Wally West Flash that has shown up as a listing in Canada. And I can't nail down anything other than that, but this is a random listing that showed up at a retailer in Canada for a Wally West Flash.
Is that the one with the freaky looking grin on his face?
Yeah.
I've seen that at Books A Million in Florence.
You saw that figure?
Monday, yes. Because it freaked me out.
Well, that would be weird because this was a Canadian one.
Yeah, Books A Million in Florence had 2 or 3 of them.
Huh.
Well, I know Reverse Flash. The yellow version had that grin on his face, but I didn't think
it's that freaky one right there.
That you should have bought one because those are supposed. No one knows anything about these figures. This is a random listing that showed up in Canada.
Because I know.
Interesting.
Jared Humphreys said he bought his first McFarlane the other day.
Who said that?
Jared Humphreys.
Yeah.
Hey, Jared, I hope you get feeling better, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, me too. Yeah, what do we got? That was it, wasn't it, Shane, for picks?
He's on speed.
Christopher Kitchen says he's on speed.
He's on the speed force, man. Yeah,
maybe got some speed mixed in with some Joker toxin.
So there was a listing. You can shut those off, Shane.
It says there showed via Amazon Canada.
Yeah. But that listing also apparently disappeared not too long after it popped up. So there's something weird going on there. This is a list that they say is from the start of 2024 for DC Multiverse figures in the immediate future. Batman Futures End, a gold label figure. Not sure. Mr. Zaz. That's going to be an interesting figure. Again, gold label. Zaz.
How they going to pull that off?
Zaz is a serial killer who has cut himself for every one of his victims. So he's almost always 90% shirtless and absolutely covered in scars.
and usually got a knife with him.
Well, yeah, they don't have any problems with the knives. The Joker figures still come with knives, and Hush did too. So, the Batman Who Laughs as Batman Nightmare version, which I don't know. The Joker, Batman Three Jokers Frostbite, which are those weird translucent figures that they started doing.
Yeah.
Here is your 7-inch mega figure 2-pack, Batman versus Bane, Nightfall. No pics, just listed.
That's all I've heard is listings.
Yeah, Blacklight Joker. This one. If Timothy's still watching, listen. Once I say this, listen very, very carefully. Listen, you will hear him yell. Listen. Ambush Bug. Oh, I heard him. He was screaming, "Yay!" There was a distinct "yay" from down in Tuscaloosa.
I heard it.
I might pick up that Blacklight Joker.
Armored Batman patina. No idea. Now here it gets good. Pay attention. Starfire. Penguin. Which would be, these are comic accurate versions.
Yeah.
Captain Boomerang. Battle Damage Shazam and Freddie Freeman 2-pack. That might be interesting. This one is another movie figure, and I really don't know why they're doing it. It's a mega fig. It's Doomsday from Batman v Superman.
I think I'll pass on that one.
For you guys that are into the Bale movies, the Tumbler with Lucius Fox.
I'm getting that just Lucius Fox.
Yeah, who don't want a Morgan Freeman action figure?
Right, who don't want Morgan Freeman? Yeah,
you need
for
him
real.
just to narrate all your adventures.
Exactly.
There you go.
This one's interesting. Batman the Animated Series vehicle, the Joker Mobile.
Huh. Now, Shay, you know you need me to narrate your day.
Now, this one
horrible, Corey. Horrible.
These last four, there is literally zero information on because this has not been done before. These are builder figures that build a mega figure. Okay, which there's the mega figures are the really big ones.
Christopher says orange chicks are hot.
Yeah, that one is.
Yes, she is. Her hair's flames, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What mega figure, super mega figure could they build in the DC universe?
There's 4 figures in it, and it is DC Builder Wave with mega figure, and it is. And I looked in my books, and it didn't offer me any information. Justice League Task Force Aquaman, Justice League Task Force Superman, Justice League Task Force Batman, and Justice League Task Force Flash. Now, Task Force has had a couple of different iterations over the years in the books, and it didn't offer me any insight whatsoever as to who that figure would be. The last time they did Justice League Task Force was around that fighting game. They've done a bunch of figures for it, but I can't imagine they're going to still be doing that. So I don't know. But that's your list, and what that mega figure could be, unknown. Apache Chief, yeah, there you go. I would actually love that. But,
I got an idea.
Yeah, that dude was huge, wasn't he?
Yeah, it could be Apache Chief, or it could be Toy Man's rocket ship, look like half Batman, half Superman.
I'd like to say we could do Giganta.
Yeah.
Giganta would be awesome.
Yep.
That would be actually awesome, but we'll see. I don't know. But that's the latest from McFarlane Land. Just as a note, that Crisis Wave that they did the big price increase on is still not sold out. I hate to say it, but that's looking more and more like a protest thing. People are absolutely refusing to buy those figures just as a protest. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. For the record, I have not ordered them.
Wasn't there like a skyscraper Wonder Woman? It's supposed to be like a robot or something that was as tall as a skyscraper.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think that was maybe. I don't know.
See, Timothy, right there. Ambush Bug, Freddy, and Cap, Marvel, 2-pack. I heard you go, yay! And I said Ambush Bug. Hold on. I was holding out for Ross. I will tell you this right now. I know that McFarlane has cut way back on the production numbers, so I wouldn't be holding your breath on any of it showing up in discount stores because he's cut his numbers way back.
Well, I personally talked to C, and he told me that 2024 is going to be a weak clearance aisle because everybody's cutting back on product.
Their production numbers are way down. So I don't think we're going to see that again.
This was Hasbro.
I think I will say this about Joe product, though. I still firmly believe we've got thousands upon thousands of cases of figures out there from the last 2 or 3 waves that have yet to materialize. Those I still think are going to show up at like Ollie's and Ross and Marshalls.
There's Crimson Guard and Dusty and Zorana waves still showing up at places at Ollie's and stuff.
Yep.
Starting to show up again.
Yep. But I think the production has been since corrected. We're not going to see that again.
What gets me, they send out cases of not build figures. Good Lord. They'll send out cases of army builders. Why don't they just make the 2 extras in a case army builders and be done with it?
I don't know.
Makes too much sense, man.
I don't know. Marketing of this stuff doesn't make much sense to me. Never really has, to be perfectly honest with you. Excuse me. So
makes absolutely too much sense.
John's grinning about something. What's John grinning about?
I'm just happy.
He's got his wrench back. He's happy.
Yep. It's right where it belongs, right there on the side.
There you go.
I'm really liking this sword with clutch. I think that's kind of
there you go.
I might just keep that.
Exactly. They
Let
make
it ride
sense.
on the hood.
Toys, not sense.
That's right. They make toys, not sense. That's right. Yep, that's right.
Like I said, we never get Storm Shadows or Snake Eyes, but Walmart and Muscle Shows got 4 or 5 cases of Crimson Guards, retro cards.
That's what I'm saying. There are still thousands of cases of toys sitting somewhere.
He's getting kind of nervous with him waving that sword around so much. He's afraid he's going to poke his eye out.
Poke your eye out.
That's right.
I still like my black eye costume. I got to get his hood on there.
You know what to say, John.
There we go.
An eye for an eye. An eye for an eye.
So
it was nice having you 2 on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll see you guys later.
Not if we see you first.
So WonderCon on the 30th. Supposedly there is a Joe panel that they are going to release that reveal quote unquote Cobra team members. Any speculation? Any speculation on those?
Cobra team members?
That's what they said.
Repaints of troop builder, army builders.
Like the Shadow Vipers, or the Shadow Troopers, or not what is it? The
Night Creeper leader.
Well, they had the Night Strike team or whatever that was basically the Cobra Trooper just painted in a dark gray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get something a little different. I think it might be. Remember when Snake Eyes and Shipwreck broke into the Cobra base underwater, and you had all the troopers with the hats on, the workers. That could be
there you go.
That could be some team members, you know.
Well, it could be.
I'm gonna go long Hail Mary, Cole Slither.
No way.
I wonder because none of the action figures they've made have been based on the cartoon. I know Super 7, all of theirs are based on. That's all they can do is just figures based
Right.
on the cartoon.
Right.
But I'm wondering, does Hasbro not have the rights as Dick or what was the other company? Rainbow.
Sunbow.
Sunbow. Do they have the rights to them?
The Window Viper? Yeah, that's right.
Dude, if they dropped a window wiper, it would be amazing.
The Window Viper?
I want to see a crossover between Ninja Turtles and G.I. Joe. Why not?
Well, that's right. We still didn't have Toxel Vipers, right?
Yeah.
They could reveal those. What else have we not gotten?
A bunch.
Actually, the Toxel Viper, they could probably repaint the mole rat and put a Toxel Viper helmet on it, and probably be pretty close.
Yep.
I know they've announced the Saw Viper. Maybe we actually get a figure reveal.
It's possible.
Boy, George Snake Eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about that on this show.
You got to have shipwreck in a Hawaiian shirt, too, with the movie star glasses.
What the hell they were even thinking when they did that? I don't, you think about the crap that Larry Hama took during the 80s about how much better the writing on the cartoon was than the comic. Do you guys remember all of that? He took grief for 15 years over that, and that you look back on that cartoon and go, yeah, superior writing. Give me a break.
Crazy, man.
That was crazy. They put the wig on a wolf. I mean, that was some classic writing right there.
You know, he needed to be in disguise as well.
And the teenagers. Do you remember the episode where the teenager knocks out Snake Eyes on the fire escape? It's like, oh, yeah. Boy, I hope you didn't pay much for that ninja training, because that was like, are you kidding me? But the writing was so superior to the comic.
That's what we need. We need some kids for the PSAs.
Don't ride the box across the railroad tracks, kids. First one that come to mind.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Don't ever take candy from strangers.
Let's jump back. Let's go back to Mythic Legions. I got to tell you, I've been thinking about this a lot.
All in.
I got to tell you, if that line is as successful as it actually appears to be all of a sudden, it really does blow a great big hole in the bottom of the you can't sell toys without media support boat, doesn't it? Because there is no media support. There's no media support for Mythic Legions. None.
But these are not classified as toys.
Sure.
These are classified as adult collectibles. And they are marketed that way. So, I mean, don't need a kid. Don't need to worry about a TV show or anything with it.
But we've had this conversation before, aren't they all? I mean, unless you start talking about like Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon or something like that, none of these are marketed towards kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I was asking the question earlier. You got a Marvel's Legends figure running around with an infant. That's not for children.
No. But think about this: Mythic Legion has been going since I think 2014, if I remember correctly.
It's been quite a while, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just now taking off. They're just now getting a lot of recognition. You know, since we talked about them on the show, people have been like, bam, 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 Mythic Legion. Gotta have them. Gotta have them. I mean,
would you consider this guy marketed to children?
No.
Children that were born in 1939, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know who this was if it hadn't been for Billy Zane.
Right.
No, Christopher.
Billy Zane.
You got to be classified as an adult first.
Yeah, right. Wasn't he the Rocketeer? I don't know. Jeez. I don't know. I find the whole, I have to be honest with you, I find the whole toy business completely and totally bonkers right now. I really do. I think there's a lot of stuff going on don't make a whole lot of sense. And there's other things that are going on that shouldn't be going on. You know what I'm saying by that? There's stuff selling that shouldn't be, and there's stuff that should be that's not. And
Yeah.
it's very bonkers right now.
I'm gonna tell you right now, these Legion figures, the older figures, they are expensive.
They are
All
expensive.
the birds are for sure.
Yeah, I've
Talking
seen
about
some.
marketing to kids. They marketed him to kids in the 80s. I wouldn't let my children watch that.
It was a different.
Well,
Why not?
well, they had an animated series that they based a toy
Right.
line off of.
Right.
I mean,
And Rambo too. Rambo had
Yeah.
a cartoon.
think about. We are the BAs of the world.
Oh yeah.
The kids nowadays, they run at their own shadows.
Yeah, I just don't get me started.
We didn't do that. We heard a weird noise in the woods. We went to find out what it was. We didn't run down the road and hide. Sorry, this
Like
is how-
today. Oh, there's a tiger loose down there in Jasper somewhere. One of my
I'm ready to go. Let's go, boys.
gun. I ain't going to kill it. I'm gonna go down and catch it, and bring it home.
Like an Auburn
I'm gonna
tiger?
kill it. Yeah, a Bengal tiger's loose down there.
That's probably what
I
it
got
was.
pictures, people have pictures of it. It's at some wildlife preserve park down there, and it's got loose supposedly.
Never heard of
I don't wanna
wildlife
go kill it.
preserve in Jasper.
I want to catch it and bring it home.
I don't think you'd like the consequences.
No, you wouldn't.
I
Was that
just
the-
you shoot the damn thing. I don't care about catching it.
Wait, was that the tiger that went into the Aldi's down there and ate up a bunch of the cereal? And then when it run out, it hollered, "They're great."
They're great.
He looks like that. Yeah, it's on Facebook. It's got pictures of it.
That's awesome. But I've never heard of a wildlife preserve in Jasper.
Yeah, it's basically caged deer hunting.
Jared Humphreys, he's from around that way. Jared, you heard anything about that? If you're still watching,
Hey,
He met
Mike.
last night, he's
Hey,
sick.
Jason.
It's sort of like that place down here at the foot of Spruce Pine Mountain. You been by there, Shane?
Yeah, that's a deer hunting preserve.
Yeah, it's what that sort of is like as down there in Jasper.
Yeah, but what in the hell would you have a tiger for?
Yeah, I mean-
you're not going to go in there and hunt a tiger.
I don't know how it got there, supposedly.
Don't know how it got there.
I mean, if it's like one of
We
those
got alligators up in the cover. I mean,
Well,
Yeah, but
they've
we
been
know how
living
they
there
got
for
there.
100 years.
A Bengal tiger comes from Africa.
Tiger.
Did somebody drop it out of a helicopter?
Mike Tyson's got one. Anybody can get one.
Who? Yeah, you imagine that job? Your job is to put the parachute on the tiger.
We don't talk about online anymore.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
So supposedly, Jared, since you just responded, there's a Bengal tiger loose in Jasper from a wildlife preserve there in Jasper somewhere.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's basically they cage deer to kill caged deer. At least if I can't find it on my Facebook feed.
Yep.
I don't want to go hunt it. I want to go catch it.
No, believe it or not, when I was a kid, I lived with my father for a year, and well, I get what 83 actually. There was a place called Simpson's Animal Park up the street, which was like a mini zoo, and they had lions in there. Then suckers would roar at night and keep you awake. It was kind of crazy, but I know what individuals I ever knew had things like tigers and lions. You'd have to be nuts, anyways. What in the world would you?
Timothy says, when I was a kid, a neighbor on the street behind us had a tiger.
They said they.
Jay Sasson says, aren't tigers legal in Alabama? Not
That's
sure.
it.
Maybe if you've got a
Auburn tiger.
wildlife preserve, but I don't know if there is one.
They said that tiger was last seen at Carroll at the intersection of Carroll Street and Baskin Avenue.
Oh, shut up, John. Where's the eyeball guy? Bring the eyeball guy back.
Because,
I didn't see that coming.
Uh,
I thought I shared it this morning.
Let's see, the difference between you guys and Mike Tyson is that a tiger's afraid of Mike Tyson.
yeah, exactly right.
I'm afraid of Mike Tyson too.
Jeez.
Jared says he don't know there was a wildlife preserve here.
Well, it's like a deer hunting preserve type deal.
Yeah, but why in the world would you have a tiger?
Freaking tiger. In the deer preserve, you're going to kill all the deer before they can make money off of them. They don't make
Yeah,
sense.
that's a lousy population control plan
Yeah.
because the tiger would just kill them all.
Hey, let's turn this tiger loose and see what happens.
Right.
I just said it doesn't make sense.
Boy, we jumped the tracks on this one. Tiger.
Yeah.
We're going to be on Tiger King before you know it. Which is a complete train wreck, but you will get sucked in.
I didn't watch it. But I
Don't.
definitely got the reference.
No, because you
Oh,
will
they got the place is called Memorial Park.
I'm
What?
thinking somebody saw a big house cat, like one of the Mancoon house cats.
Yeah, Maine
Run
Coon.
across the woods and like, oh, tiger.
Yeah, you see a big Maine Coon, you'd think so.
Mike says, I can't find anything. Hey,
There he
there's
is.
a tiger. Look,
There
there
he
he is.
I got one in Mythic Legions.
There he
I
is.
don't know if you see it or not.
I would absolutely destroy Tyson. Yeah.
Mike says, I can't find anything on Tiger Loose in Jasper.
Hmm.
And look, his
Right here,
name
pull
is
my screen if I got it on my phone.
There, yeah.
his
Oh,
name
yeah.
almost spells Alabama.
Yeah,
The owl.
that's right.
Dollar.
Boy, I don't know. I think we just stumbled onto a major conspiracy theory there.
See if I can.
His race is the
Yeah, the chicken
Jaguar.
Me too. Me
I
too,
mean the
Christopher.
chicken patties. That's right.
Let's see what Corey's found here. You got a picture of something.
Is that a goat?
Tiger,
No.
what? Tiger reported spotted in what? Something park, something.
That
Can't
looks
read.
like a
More
Saint
part.
Bernard sitting there.
Hold on, Shane. Let me screen grab it to see.
I just don't get it.
Do you know tigers are terrified of dogs? No joke. Tigers are terrified of dogs.
Yeah, and cats are scared of cucumbers too.
I'm telling you the truth, though. Tigers are they're terrified of dogs. No one knows why, but they are.
That's a
Them
whole.
big dogs.
Hey Corey, check the date on that article you're reading there, buddy.
I just sent it to you.
Okay, let me check it out real quick.
Somebody says a hoax. It may be. That's from 2018 Texas. Well, that sucks. I wanted a tiger.
I don't think you really do, bud.
Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to wait and buy that line from Marvel if I'm gonna get one.
Yeah, but I think that's one of those hoax craps right
Yeah,
there,
it is.
man.
Oh,
Here's a China Bengal tiger dog.
Oh,
That's a hoax, too.
how did we get
somebody
here?
painted that poor dog.
No, you let Corey on the show. What do you mean, how did we get here?
I know. Bye, Corey.
Jeez. Mystery
Here you go. There you go.
Oh, that's.
And now we got John looking up dogs that look like tigers. Jeez,
I
Those
apologize.
would make great
this
action.
is a toy show, guys.
To our viewers, I apologize.
That's what I said. They would make great action figures. Dogs look like tigers.
But
We will be.
surprisingly, our viewers have went up in numbers.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, and it's a good timing because we will be taking auditions this week for a replacement of two of the seats on the current show. Shane and I will be looking for new co-hosts. We need two more.
Mike says he put an article in the group.
He said, "I'm in. I'm in."
Oh, see,
Oh, Lord.
I appreciate that more than I
Maybe
did the
Sean
other
will be
joke.
keeping an eye out for different hosts.
All right.
Can't be any worse than the two we already got.
Hey,
Lord have mercy.
dum, dum, dum. It's the eye of a tiger.
What'd you put in? Oh, you put the hoax article in the group, Mike?
Oh my gosh. Where's that button? Let me find my button. Bye, John.
Yeah, right. You're probably permanently
Bye, Corey.
get rid of him. Yeah, there you see, boy. Our
What a
viewership,
wonderful day. Hey,
our
guys, how
viewership
y'all
just
doing?
dropped in half right now.
Lord have mercy.
Keep that button
I'm about to
handy.
change my name instead of Alex Jones. I'm going to change it to Jonesy Alexander, the conspiracy theorist.
That's bizarre.
And now our viewers are in on this crap.
That's all right. Have fun.
Calvin and Hobbes gives me
I'm
the
scared. No,
Calvin
Tigers and
Hall
Bears. Oh,
relief.
The Willies.
I might just wait and get that Sabertooth Build-A-Figure Tigers.
Calvin
What
and
up,
Hall.
Kiro King? Going in on the fun.
All right. What's everybody looking forward to? Come on. Give me something you're looking forward to in the next.
This and Tiger Force.
I'm looking forward for my 60th anniversary guys coming Monday. I'm kind of curious how they done the soft goods on one of them.
Jeez. They're great.
Oh, man, have mercy.
Howdy.
Somebody's actually making Tony the Tiger in action figure form.
Why?
I don't know. Hey, I say somewhere that y'all remember the toy line Street Sharks?
No, it's being read. Yep.
They're actually airing the old vignettes from Toy Fair with Vin Diesel with them before he was discovered.
It must be Jared.
Yeah, Jared Humphreys.
Yeah, who all's going to Toylanta?
He's going
That's
to
a good question
Toylanta.
to ask.
That's this weekend, coming weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, who's going to Toylanta?
Rattler and hopefully Vamp MK3. That's good buddy Christopher.
Yep. I agree with that.
We need a good toy convention. Jay Sasson.
And I can tell you, based on 100% firsthand knowledge, that is being worked on. So stay tuned. That's all we're going to say about that. How's that?
Yep.
So, what are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to going to work tomorrow.
Yeah?
Not really.
No. I'm looking forward to Godzilla Kong in 2 weeks.
I saw the previews for that.
New Empire.
I'm
Early.
not much of a Godzilla Kong guy, but I did notice Kong had a metal hand.
Yep.
So something get chopped off or something?
I think he got injured. I think he gets injured. I'm really looking forward to
I
that
read
movie.
the first 4 books of. I've read the first 4 books of DC versus Godzilla.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Kong or whatever it is.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's actually better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh, nice.
Ghostbusters comes out next week.
Cool.
Oh, there you go.
Cool, Jared.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the Frozen Empire, whatever it's called.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it.
Jay
I've seen
Sasson, hit me up. I was part of setting up 2 here locally, and they both flopped.
Where are you?
What
Where
is
are
that?
you, Jake?
Yeah, where you located, Jay? Christopher says he's looking forward to breakfast.
I noticed the kiddie versions of the new Ghostbusters have come out, but I've not seen any of the adult collector stuff yet.
Let's come to you. You're close to me there, buddy.
Tuscumbia.
Real close to me too. I'm actually closer to me as you say.
Corey's
See,
in
that's the hard thing when
Russellville, and I'm a little Phil Campbell guy.
When we start talking about locally, when you say locally, that's not locally to me. I'm in Centerpoint. I'm in the Birmingham area. So,
Have any of you got Netflix? Have you watched Damsel?
I started to watch it today, but then I got tied up doing other things.
Yeah, we watched it last night. It was pretty good. I liked it.
When's the second part of He-Man season 2 coming out?
no idea.
It's already coming.
Of course, I thought the first part's come out.
Well, what was it? Revelation was the first, and Revolution was the second.
Yeah, Revolution was the second one.
They named each season differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ain't there like? Didn't they just come out the first half of or the last one? Like it did the first.
I think they done it all in one shot.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they divided it up.
I never did hear about the Shows Geek Expo. Never did hear about it.
Jared says Jasper has a good venue downtown, but local leaders want their money, of course. Yeah, Confusion. Confusion was run by my buddy Kevin. Sure. It was not as great as it was. Hopefully, it would have been, but yeah.
I've never heard of Shows Geek Expo. Never heard of
it either.
Yeah, Confusion sounds kind of confusing.
Mm.
Maybe they should rethink the name of it. That might help.
Yeah, right.
It was decent for its first year, but that was the last year. So
maybe we need to start up a restaurant next stories and stuff.
And then we got Timothy here, Cobra Commander, Duke, and Transformer, as well as the Hama G.I. Joe books are all awesome. They are good. We'll probably be talking about them next week.
This past week, 2 more limited series were announced for starting in June. So, Scarlet and Destro.
Yep.
Wow.
So we'll see how that goes.
What about this Mattel thing coming up in a few days?
The what now?
The Mattel thing coming up in a few days.
I don't know. I don't even know what's in it.
Anyone know anything about it? I mean,
nothing.
I just saw just a few little posts on Facebook about it. I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I know nothing about it.
No clue.
I just wonder if they're going to like reveal stuff or.
Don't know.
It's got, let's see. Because it's called Mattel Creations Revealed March 21st through the 22nd. So it sounds like they're going to be doing, it says that Revealed begins March. It says unboxing the experience, 2 days of never before seen content.
I don't know. I know they're
a lot of Hot Wheels, Barbie stuff. I've been seeing wrestling stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's got Barbie, Hot Wheels, Monster High, Mega, Masters of the Universe, Uno, wrestling,
Hot Wheels
people. There's 8 categories they got listed here.
Yep.
Well, let's see. I just clicked on one. Let's see what it is here. Oh, okay.
Whatever happened to the Nerdy Yard sale? I always like that.
They run afoul of an insurance company.
The owner's insurance company kind of shut that down.
Yeah.
They are talking about getting a venue and having a thing, but who knows?
I did finally get my attorney a playset put together, and it's pretty impressive. I have to say. Even Nancy likes it. She's found 2 toys now besides the moose and this Eternia playset. I may not get it back now. So
you're right, Jeff. You're exactly right on that, buddy.
Well, that's something that's like I said. There's things that are being kicked around and like that. So, but again, that's we're talking in the Birmingham area. So,
well, that's about central for everybody.
Oh yeah, Birmingham would be a perfect spot to have a centrally located area. You know,
here's the thing. I got to tell you. Here's the thing, you guys. There are not enough vendors that are local to put on a really good show, big show. The guys that are going to travel, they want the bigger hotels. They want stuff to do when the show's not going on. You're not going to get that in Coleman, or they're going to want to go to Huntsville. They're going to want to go to Birmingham. If you're going to draw in vendors, you got to have big space. You got to have a draw for the vendors.
Yeah.
And if that, I agree with you from the attendee side of things, that would be great. But for drawing in vendors, they're not interested.
You need to have it someplace like the Legacy Arena if you want it to be big.
Well, it's not whatever it is that happens isn't going to be big for the first year or two. It
Oh,
just
no.
doesn't work that way. But you have to start out in an area that will give you the opportunity to get
Right.
big.
Right.
That's
Yep.
and you gotta make sure you don't end up with a show like what has happened here in Birmingham where your tickets are $40.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can't do that either. So like you said, I know for a fact that things are being talked about and worked on and investigated.
And the show they have there now in Birmingham is more like a goth kind of thing, man.
It's a lot of cosplay, weirdo stuff, and it's $40.
It's all gothic, Japan, based stuff.
Right. Yeah, I don't even go to the
Anime.
ones. Yeah, that's what we're saying. I don't. Jared is right.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Terrible.
Now, that
So-
Comic Con in Birmingham is terrible.
No, we're not. No, we're talking about toy shows. We're not talking about Comic Cons and stuff.
No, this is good.
Trying to, somebody's trying to put together a really good toy show.
Yeah,
So we'll see, right?
and hopefully we can help them out with it.
Well, if we can, we will. That's for sure. So, that's that, right?
Yep. Yeah.
8:58.
9:02.
Time will tell, right? I mean,
Yep.
Possibility.
time will tell. So, anyways, boy, we had a bunch of you guys popping in tonight. That was fantastic. Thanks for all the comments.
Yeah, if they didn't watch us, become right in the refrigerator.
Hope more and more of you guys are starting to appreciate what we're trying to do here.
See, they tuning in so they can see Orb.
See, was that button, Shane? Thank you. I appreciate that. Go ahead and bring him back. You got to bring him back now.
The Iron City Comic Con in June.
I don't know. There's a lot of celebrities that are going to be there. I saw a flyer for it Saturday. But other than that, I don't know.
Here's what's sad. The only one I recognize is Kane from wrestling.
All right, Timothy, y'all don't feed the fire, please.
That is not a bandwagon you want to be jumping on.
I told you. That's why they tuning in. That's exactly why they tuning in.
Don't do it.
They wait to see what Orb's going to do next.
That's what's going to happen next.
This is terrible. Now we got to invent a block button for half of our viewers because
Corey's still talking. Don't even realize he's not here.
I don't know. I'm really digging this sword with clutch.
he's still
It's just
Actually, the reason I bought this guy, I needed the builder figure part, and eventually I was going to turn him into Evil Knievel.
awful.
That's a much better idea.
I still haven't found a decent head sculpt for him yet.
All right, gentlemen, say good night.
Good night, gentlemen.